Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
On first down, Benjamin. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Benjamin. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henderson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Jackson. And he's gonna go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Mike. Now watch one. Ready.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
70, Indy. Topper. Hey, orbit. Be grip.
To throw on second down. Herbert, he's going to look deep down the field. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Fournette running out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
60 out there. He's checking.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2nd and 9 now. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They'll run with Barber, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Peyton Barber, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He goes full extension, and he's got it. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your...
And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Browns drive about to get started. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Josh Allen. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert, he'll set up the screen to Fournette. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check 13. Check 13.
From the gun, Herbert going to throw deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So on 4th down, Jags kicker Josh Lambo comes on. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And that's incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Now this offense got to be loving this. After the long missed field goal, they'll take over on the other side of the 50. 1st and 10. Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 38. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yes. Hey, Alpha.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 40 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. This is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Here's Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
General West.
I got it.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Go.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
All that, man.
Second and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And boom, there he goes right side. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
Oh, and did the Browns get it? I think so, yes. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's a different influences going into the head coach's ear.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got him.
Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Chubb with a first down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Shit.
Hey, check 25.
On 2nd down now, Benjamin. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go play action now. Jackson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Steps away to his left. He'll run it. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the screen.
They go play action with Jackson. Completes it to Benjamin. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That second down play nets a -4.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it to Jackson. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
53 Mike. Hey, let's get that ball.
Ready?
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A run for Nick Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Jackson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll rally and stop him short of the 1st down at about the 6. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. This is Fournette. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Go, go, go. Mike, 53. 53, Mike. Hey, here I come.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to